Welcome to the sector review for the week ending the 17th February 2023. First, let us quickly look at the performance, that is the relative performance of the different sectors compared to the broader market. Here the reference is the Nifty 500. As you can see in the weekly time frame, you can see the Bank Nifty was doing quite well, but the last 2 weeks it has been weakening here, clearly indicated by the chart here. The autos were doing badly, and the last 1 month it has been doing better. As you can see, there is an increase in the overall relative performance. Consumption has been doing badly. Energy is again doing badly. We will not look at it in detail. The financial services were doing good. Temporarily it went down, and again now it is doing better. The FMCG is one strong sector which has been doing. It has been increasing on the weekly time frame. Infra, media, both are doing badly, so we would avoid them as of now. The metal was doing well, but the last 2 weeks it has gone down. Now it is gone into the negative territory. MNCs have been doing well of the late. In the last 5 weeks it has been doing well. Pharma, generally the performance or the relative performance has been bad. Temporarily it went up, but again it has lost its sheen. PSU banks were doing well. They were outperformance for the last almost 3 months. Now it is again gone into the negative territory. In the last 2 weeks, it weakened, then it's gone into the negative territory. Reality will not look at it as being doing badly. Service sector also we will avoid. As you can see, it is not the relative performance is very poor. IT has been one sector which is doing well, then it temporarily went down for almost a month. The last 3 weeks it is considerably improved and it is doing well. So this is on the weekly time frame. Now let's go to the daily time frames and how the various sectors performed in the last 2 weeks. You can see here. Bank, we saw it was weakening, and it because the last year it did improve, and then it started deteriorating again. The auto sector is gone weak. Energy, of course, we are not looking at. The financial service sector is still doing quite well. Even the last 2 weeks, it is doing quite well. It is tiring out a little here. FMCG also is tiring out, as you can see on the daily time frame. It is going into the negative territory. Infra has seen some improvement in the last week. All the other sectors have been doing badly. The relative performance have been bad, and the IT is continuously doing well. So there are some three sectors we can really look into is the IT, financial services, and we'll also have a quick look into the banking. So though it is weakening, but we'll definitely have a look at the end. But first, let's look at the financial services sector, which is consistently outperforming the broader market. So let's look at the financial service sector. That provides the details of the relative performance of the financial services sector compared to the broader market. As you can see in the monthly time frame, it has been a lagging sector till August of 2022, and since then it has been improving, and is now it's a leading sector, or it is outperforming the broader market. And coming to the weekly time frame, it is still outperforming the broader market with a temporary weakness. In the last week of January and the first week of February, you can see some weakness creeping in. And this sector movement chart, you can see it was doing well. It has continuously deteriorated a little and turned weak for a brief time, and then again it is coming to a leading sector. In the daily time frame, the last 2 weeks, you can see it is still a leading sector. In fact, if you can see it on a monthly, weekly, and daily time frames, it has been uh, outperforming the broader market. So it is one of the strongest sectors now. And these charts clearly indicate it's all in the green zone now. Now let's look at the details of the various stocks in this sector. We are looking at the various stocks which belong to the financial services index. We can see there are a few stocks which has been continuously outperforming the broader market. Of course, this is the weekly time frame chart. You can see HDFC has been continuously outperforming, HDFC Bank, and coming to PFC and REC Limited. These are the four stocks which has been continuously outperforming the broader market. And of course, some of the insurance stocks, which HDFC Life and ICICI, all this were doing well, but after the budget, they've been uh, doing badly or underperforming. And SBI was one stock which is continuously doing well. Again, the last 3 weeks, you can see it has gone into the negative territory. So let's look at some of the charts of these leading stocks. Before that, we will go to the daily time frame to see how these stocks are performing in a daily time frame. You can see HDFC is continuously, it is doing well. HDFC Bank is also doing well here. And we look at PFC has been doing well, but REC has not been on a daily time frame. The last week it is not done well, or it is on a relative basis, of course. Some stocks towards the end of the last week, we could see that they have been improving for this ICICI Prudential, ICICI Bank. Some ICICI stocks have been improving. We could see some improvements in Kotak as well. So let's look at some of these key stocks. Of course, the Chola Finance did well, and then weekend here. Another stock which has done well for the last 2 weeks or outperformed in the last 2 weeks is the Bajaj Finserv. The first stock which we will look at is the HDFC Bank. As you can see, it has been moving sideways for almost 3 months now, and it is finding it difficult to move above the high of the BC bar here. Every time it tries to move, it has been defeated and it's pushed back here. First attempt, second attempt, and now the third attempt, it is holding above the high of the BC bar, but it lacks strength. As you can see, the volume has dwindled here. And if you look at the buying pressure is completely reduced here. Though it is the relative performance is on the positive side, the real money flow has also become negative. That means showing that money is not flowing into the stock, it is rather flowing out of the stock. So there is weakness here. So we need to see some volume coming in here to push the prices up further. Till that time, it is going to struggle, and the crucial level here is 1637. And if that is broken, then it may again test the low of this range here. So this is a stock need to watch. So we have to see the volumes coming in here. The next stock which we are going to look at is PFC. As you can see, it was going up very nicely. And then here we saw a BC bar here. So the effect of the BC bar came into picture, and it has been pushed down below the 50 DMA or 50 EMA. Then it started consolidating. Now it's attempting to move up here, but unfortunately the volume is not coming in here. The crucial level is 158. We need to move beyond 158 to have any upside, but it is likely to test this 158. If volume also comes in, then we will see an upper side here. But looking at the money flow here, you can see as long as the money was flowing into the stock, it was going up. Now we can see the money is now flowing out of the stock here. So we see weakness. We need to see both the volumes and some money flow turning positive here. The buying pressure is slightly increasing now, so we need to wait and watch the stock. So the crucial level here is 158. This chart I have is the REC Limited. So it is now the structure is changing. It is making a lower high and a lower low kind of structure. So we will not look into details of this till the structure changes. Let me quickly look at some of the other stocks. For example, let's look at ICICI Bank. It was doing badly for quite some time. It started moving sideways, and of course, the Adani saga pushed it down here. But you can see the support coming in here. And look at the volume as well here. Now it's again back into the range and it's moving sideways. And we have this level 884 is crucial, above which it could test the 958 levels. So we need to wait till it breaks above the 884 levels. And you can see the money flow is also negative here. So this is a wait and watch story. Let me quickly move to Bajaj Finserv. You know, it was doing badly for quite some time. It was in a downtrend. But somewhere here, it looks like the bottom has been reached here. You can see the amount of accumulation happening here. Now it is attempting to move up. But of course, it is still below the 200 DMA and 50 EMA. But on the positive side, you can see it is the relative performance is positive now, and even the money flow is turning positive. So this could be a good stock to watch. And once above the 200 DMA, we could see it testing 1800 levels. Let's look at the IT sector in little more detail. This chart, of course, gives the monthly, weekly, and daily relative performance. You can see on a monthly basis, it has been underperforming overall. But when it comes on the weekly, you can see we saw improvement coming in here, though temporary weakness was seen. But in the last 3 weeks, it has been improving continuously. And on the daily basis, the last 2 weeks is one of the sector which has outperformed the overall market here. And these charts clearly indicate that here. Can see here it is the weekly time basis. It was doing well, then it went into negative territory, and it's again back into the green zone here. Now let's look at the stocks in this sector here. It's here again the weekly performance of the IT sector stocks. I mean, these are the sector stocks in the and the indices. Also, I've added a few more based on their market cap. Now, few of the stocks which has been consistently performing the broader market. You can see here Persistent Systems. Of course, it is a continuous outperformer. You can see Coforge was outperforming because it has been slightly decreasing now, and this one, the Infotech enterprises, that also it has been outperforming for quite some time. And if you take Capit Tech, it is again the last 4 week it has been doing well here. Little weakness was seen before. Emphasis have been doing well for the last 1 month. TCS was outperforming, but we could see the temporary weakness here, but it is now the last 4 week it is doing well. Wipro also slightly improvement is there on a weekly basis. Let's quickly jump onto the daily basis. What is doing well? Coforge, of course, it has been underperforming in the last week, if you can see. And Capitec is a continuous outperformer, and we can see some improvements in the Intellect Design. Again, some improvements in the L&T Mindtree, LTTS also some on daily time it has been doing well for the last 2 weeks. Some weakness coming in for the Persistent Systems, Emphasis, TCS, both doing quite well. So now let's quickly look into some of the selected stocks in this sector. Stock we look at is the KPIT Technologies. You can see it was moving sideways for months and then had a clear breakout and is moving up here. Then, of course, we saw an upthrust bar here and again trying to recover. So we need to cross this 873 levels here, but the volumes have dropped here. So it is sort of getting tired, you can see the stock movement. If you look at the money flow was quite positive, it's slightly turning into the negative zone here. And you can see the buying pressure is dwindling here. So we could expect some retracement at these levels. Once it moves beyond 8, 7 and 3, then it will move up. But any retracement is a good opportunity to enter the stock. The next one I will take is, let's look at TCS here. It has been moving up here. Again, the volumes have dwindled. The buying pressure is also coming down. The relative strength also coming down. And the money flow is also sort of tapering off. So need to watch this one. It may see a retracement again, giving you an opportunity to enter here. Let's quickly move to L&T Mindtree. You can see the L&T Mindtree was moving up quite well. A lot of accumulation coming in here. Now it is entering a rejection zone here. So once it is able to cross this rejection zone, that is at 5125, it may see 6000 plus levels. But we need to watch, and let's see, the relative strength is also positive, and the buying pressure is increasing, and also the money flow is also increasing. So it looks positive, but we need to wait till it takes out this rejection zone here. The next stock we look at LTTS. It's again it's moving up here. You can see it is going above the 200 DMA. Of course, the last day it fell below that. Once it crosses 200 DMA, it will definitely test 4190 and then 4320. But on the negative side, of course, you have the money flow negative now, and the relative performance is, of course, turned positive. Pressure, buying pressure is increasing, but we need to see more volumes coming in with also the money flow turning positive. So this again, wait till have a clear decisive close above the 200 DMA. The next stock I have is the persistent technologies. As you can see, it was doing quite well. It has been moving up, but off late it has been moving sideways here, and the volumes have also dwindled here. So looking at, can see the relative performance still positive, but the buying pressure dwindled, and some you can see some selling pressure here, and also the money flow is sort of going down. It's tending to go into the negative territory. So what we could see some more sideways move until we reach, I mean, break above this level, which is 4950. We will not see an upside here. Any retracement could be a good opportunity to buy here. The next one, we'll quickly look at Coforge as well. It was doing well, but I think these are the results which were not accepted by the market. So it gapped down here. It is improving. So we need to wait out and see how this is going to perform in the near future. A quick look at the banking sector. On the monthly time frame, of course, the banking sector started doing well from August. It continues to do till January. On the weekly time frames, so the last 3 weeks, it was doing well, but of late, it has started weakening here, as you can see here. On the daily time frames, of course, temporarily did well and again started weakening here, as you can see. It is weakening here. The graph clearly shows it was doing well. It is becoming weak, and it entered in the weakening territory. Now, a quick look at the stocks which are doing well here or outperforming here. See, on the weekly time frame, you can see Bandhan Bank is there. Federal Bank have been doing well in the last 1 month or so. And the HDFC Bank has been a consistent performer for the last 3 months. IDFC First has been doing well for the last 3 months. You can see PNB was doing well for the last 3 months, but weakening here again. SBI and Union Bank all were doing well till January, but February was bad for these banks. On the daily time frames, if you look at the last week, Bandhan Bank did well, Bank of Baroda, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, IDFC First did well the previous week, but last week it was underperforming. Kotak Bank was doing well for the last 2 weeks. Now, we had already looked at the HDFC and ICICI Bank. So let's quickly look at a few stocks in this sector. The chart of Bank of Baroda here. It was doing well here, but sort of flattened out. You can see here. And of course, the Adani saga pushed it down, but it did bounce back and moving sideways. And you can see the clustering of the moving averages, but the volume is lacking here. And if you look at the money flow, also negative, relative strength also negative, and the buying pressure also is dropped down. So we need to wait for any breakout from this sort of a congestion happening here. So this could be under your watch list. Next, let me go to Kotak Bank. If you see Kotak Bank, the overall structure has been poor. It has been moving sideways for a long time. So it is under all the moving averages. So it is a stock we should definitely avoid. Finally, let's have a quick look at the FMCG sector. Now we have the stock of the FMCG sector here. You can see on a weekly time frame, these are the stocks which are doing well. Is Britannia, Godrej, HUL. Because ITC, there was some lagging now. It has been doing well in the month of February. Then you have Radico. These are the stocks which were doing quite well. BBL was doing well, but it started lagging here. Quick look at the daily time frames. You can see here. So here you can say most of the stocks were generally lagging here in the last week, but the previous week most of them did well, but the last week we can see them all weakening here except for BBL here. So let's have a quick look at a few interesting stocks in this sector. One stock I find interesting in this sector is Radico. As you can see here, it tried to move above the high of the BC bar here, but it failed and it was pushed back into the shadow of the BC bar. Now the volume is also very low here, you can see. But if you look at the money flow has been quite positive here, and of course the buying pressures reduced, and now we have little selling pressure, but it was limited, and it is still outperforming the broader market. So this may again try to break out of this 1150. If that is done, then it will move much higher. So it is a stock to watch. The next stock is Godrej Consumer Products. Here you can see it is trying to break out of the previous rejection zone, and it has been making a higher low structure here, but as of now the volume is lacking here. The money flow is positive. Now we need to see the buying pressure increase. As you can see, the selling pressure was very limited here, but now it is now changed. Now the buying pressure should increase. So this is another stock to watch. Once it takes out 956, this stock will definitely move up. Just wait for it to break out of this 956 and also see if the volume builds up. These are the two important things to happen. So this is another stock to watch. Lastly, we will have just a look at VBL here. VBL, it faced some rejection at this rejection zone here, and it came down below the 50 EMA, and now it is crossed above the moving averages here. It's moving sideways here. So it will definitely attempt to take out this 1430 levels. As of now, it is consolidating. Here you can see clustering of the closes. So there is a good chance this will attempt to take out this area here. Looking at it is now the relatively outperforming. You can see the last week it was definitely outperforming. Now we need to see more money flow into the stock. The volume has to build up. So this will definitely attempt to take out this, but as of now it is consolidating. Just wait for a good move upwards so it will take out 1430 here. So this is another interesting stock to watch. Yes, we come to the end of this video. Was this video useful to you? Do you want me to continue with such videos on sector analysis? Please do provide your feedback. Thank you. In case you find this video useful, please do press the like button.